Alright, everyone, it's time for A Hero's Call, Part 4. Let's go ahead and go in here. And, let me make sure.
A Hero's Call. Audacity. A Hero's Continue an Adventure. Rate Voice Rate 60. Voice Ivona 2 Sally OEM.
Yes, for those of you that want to know what voice this is, yes, this is Ivona Sally from harposoftware.com. Alright, let's go ahead and load the game.
Which file? Graveyard door.
Load the save file.
North small bedroom. Tavern wall.
And I have some quests here that I want to see if I can progress here. So let's go ahead.
North,
wall
west,
2. Empty
south,
bed 1.
east,
Tavern
north.
Can't find the door.
No active beak. North small bedroom.
Where's the door? Oh.
Leaving north small tavern wall.
We're just going to do it like this.
Entering tavern.
Take a load off.
So I'm going to go here
Samuel the Innkeeper 3.
and talk to Sam.
Need a room for the night.
I found this in a desk in one of the bedrooms. Do you know what it is? What can you tell me about the town?
I've never seen it before.
I think it has something to do with a ghost that's haunting your inn. Do you think it might have something to do with what your guests have seen? It's safe to say it doesn't belong in a desk in your inn. I think it has
There is something unsettling about it, I'll give you that. I'm not saying I believe in ghosts. I'm just saying it might be nice to know more about this amulet.
Can you think of anyone who might recognize it? Is there anyone in town who knows a lot about artifacts like this? Alright, I'll see what I can find out. Can you think of anyone who might
Father Ignatius at the temple is quite a scholar and knows a great deal about the supernatural. He may have come across something like this before.
There's also a professor who lives in the northeast part of town. He's a bit eccentric, but he knows more about this area's history than anyone.
Don't worry, I'll get to the bottom of this. Alright, I'll see what they know. Hopefully one of them has some answers. Don't worry.
Let me know what you find out. If you need anything else, just ask.
What can you tell? Any advice for Any advice for adventurers?
You'll find some
What can you
people
tell
are
me?
more... It used to be the best place you
What?
could imagine living.
I'll be going.
Enjoy your stay.
Okay, whatever. Let's go out of here.
Well, leaving.
Where's the door?
Take a load off.
Entering.
Where's the door?
Leaving tavern.
Where is the
Entering south small
door?
bedroom.
What the hell?
Leaving south small bedroom.
Oh.
Samuel the Innkeeper. Tavern wall 4. Susan.
Take a load.
Tavern wall 6.
There's a door.
Susan 2. Tavern walls. Cook.
Okay, screw this.
Choose a beacon. Temple library. Potion lady. Inn and tavern. 8 northwest. Inn and tavern.
Northwest. West.
Tavern wall.
Northwest.
No.
West.
Tavern.
West.
0. Leaving tavern.
Alright, let's go to the temple first.
Choose a beacon. Temple.
North.
Fountain.
North. North. North.
Entering fountain.
North.
Leaving
North.
fountain.
Northeast.
East west road. Hedge 1. Entering temple. Leaving temple. Entering temple chapel. Holy altar 3. Father Ignatius 2.
You were led here for a reason. Tell me what you seek.
Can you identify this amulet? What can you tell me about Farhaven? Do you have any advice for adventurer? I need healing. What can you?
Remarkable. Amulets like these were worn in ancient wedding ceremonies. The knot symbolizes the eternal nature of love. A pity that it's broken.
I think it's connected to a restless spirit. Any chance it could have something to do with supernatural activity? Some people think the inn is haunted. Could this amulet be involved?
It's entirely possible. If a spirit had a strong connection to the significance of this amulet, it could have been greatly angered when the amulet was broken.
It must be in great pain. So how do we put it to rest? Great and angry, romantic ghost. How do we deal with it? What should I do with it? Great, it must be in great pain.
The first thing to do is to mend the amulet. I'll research ways of repairing it, but without the other half, there isn't much I can do.
Thanks for your help. I had some other questions. The first thing to do, alright, I'll bring you the other half if I find it.
May the peace of the divine go with you.
Okay.
Father, wall 4.
Cast your
Choose a beat. North temple.
he
West.
cares.
Temple wall. Door 1.
Southwest.
Temple. Door 1.
Northwest.
Leaving temple. Entering. Leaving temple. East west.
Southeast.
Temple.
North.
East west.
South.
East west roads. Entering north south road.
South.
Okay. Let's see if we can find the professor.
Crime quests. Trouble sleeping. Strange bedfellows. I've met Hope's friend Liam. It's trouble sleep. The priest identified the amulet as one used in ancient wedding ceremonies. In order to put the restless spirit at ease, I'll need to find the other half of the amulet. Entering
Professor may
intersection.
not be
Entering
able to
north
help
south
me
road.
though. Now, I was told he's somewhere in the. Wait, what's this?
End of
East.
north south road 1. Beatrice's hut door 2.
Beatrice's hut.
North
I
gate.
don't care.
Leaving north south road. City.
Wait a minute. Let's see. So I'm facing
North.
north. That's where her hut is. Wait,
North
West.
south road 1-4. Door 9.
where's this
Entering
go?
north south road. Leaving north south road. Entering entrance hall.
Oh,
Leaving entrance hall. Patch
North.
06. Patch 2.
that's
Patch
the
2.
manor.
Patch 2. City wall 18. Entering north south. Entering east. End of east west road 0. Wilhelm and Frida's house wall 1. End of east west road 0. Wilhelm and Frida's house door 1.
Ah, okay, let's save this.
Add a custom beacon. No. Yeah. Enter a name for the new beacon. WILAEM. Leaving. Entering Wilhelm and Frida's house. Empty cooking bot.
Anyone else here?
Wilhelm and Frida's house door 0. Entering alley.
There's an alley.
Entering Wilhelm.
It's the back door.
Wilhelm and Frida's house wall 0. Wilhelm and Frida's house door 0.
Here's the bedroom, I think.
Empty bed. Shelves. Frida. Empty bed 1. This container. Shelves. What will you take? Rusty steel dagger 1 of 2. Taken. Weak potion of greater sorcery 1. Taken.
Where's,
Empty bed. Empty shelves. Frida. Wilhelm and Frida's house.
There's Frida.
Empty bed 0. Empty bed. Empty shelves. Frida. Wilhelm and Frida's house wall 1.
where
East.
Wilhelm.
North.
is she?
Empty
Where
shelves 1.
is Frida? Well, I thought she was in here. Is she not in here? What the hell?
Empty cooking bot. Empty bed. Empty shelves. Frida. Empty bed 2. Frida. Empty shelf. Frida 2.
What do you want? I'm sorry, it's not a good time.
What's wrong? You're crying. Is something the matter? Maybe I can help. I don't really care. What's your problem, anyway?
Jeez, what an asshole.
What's wrong? You're crying.
It's my husband. He's a miner in Silvershade Mine. He was there when the goblins attacked. I haven't heard anything from him since.
I'm so sorry for your loss. That's terrible. It must be hard to lose your husband like that. I'm sure lots of people died when the goblins attacked. You're no different. That's terrible. It must be hard to lose your husband like that.
What are you talking about? He's alive. I know it.
What makes you so sure? That seems pretty unlikely. I know it's comforting to believe that, but do you have any evidence? You're kidding yourself. Your husband is dead. That's what makes you so sure.
When you wake up next to someone every day for 20 years, they become a part of you. I'd know if he were dead. Like I'd know if my own heart stopped beating.
I believe you. What can I do to help? Maybe you're right. I wish there was a way you could know for sure. I still don't buy it, but it sounds like you've convinced yourself. I believe you. What can I do to help?
Just tell me if you find any sign of him. I know he's alive. He has to be.
I won't rest until I find him. You have my word. I'll be sure to let you know anything I discover. I'll let you know, but be careful not to trust in false hope. I'm not interested in searching for a dead miner, but if a miracle happens, you'll be the first to find out. I won't rest until I find him.
Thank you. I'll mark the location of the miners' barracks on your map. Please bring my Willem back to me.
Oh, sweet.
Empty bed 1.
Okay. So we got that.
Wilhelm and Frida's house.
Also, there's some other stuff I want to do, but let's get out of here.
Leaving Wilhelm and Frida's house.
So these are
Facing
side
East
quests,
West Road.
basically.
End of East West Road 1, Wilhelm and Frida's house, wall 2. End of East West Road 1, touch 2, Professor Van Arrow's house, wall 3. Leaving East West Road. Professor Van Arrow's house, store 1.
Aha.
Add a custom beacon at your current location? Yes. Enter a name for the new P-R-O-F-E-F-O-R.
Professor.
Entering Professor.
There's 2 doors here.
Entering laboratory. Empty cauldron, chest, shelves. Chest 2. This container is locked. You'll need someone with more experience picking locks. Okay. This container is locked.
And so it's locked.
Shelves 2. What will you take? Initiate's ring of endurance 1 of 1. Taken. Empty shelf. Chest 2. Wall 2. Chest. Wall. Entering Professor Van Arrow's house. Professor Van Arrow's house. Wall. Entering patio. Touch 2. Beatrice's garden 3.
Wait. Oh, so
Entering Professor.
now his study is somewhere.
Entering study. Wall.
Here we go.
Wall 3. Desk. Display case. Professor Lindaro. Professor Lindaro 1. Display case 3. Nothing to... This container is locked. Leave it alone. Look at the... What will you take? Brusog's bludgeon 1 of 3. Sword of Eros my 2 of 3. Ring of Eros my 3 of 3.
So there's some stuff in here.
Brusog's bludgeon 1 of 3. Weapon rating 40.
That's
Weight. Heavy. Value 258. Damages target strength by 10 points. 35% chance. Damages target agility by 10 points. 35% chance. Knocks the target to the ground. 7% chance. Weapon rating 40. By all appearances, this is simply a bulky wooden club. Sword of Eros my 2 of 3. A remarkably light, nimble blade designed for use with a single hand. It has an elaborate silver basket hilt which evokes the appearance of a bird's feathers. Weapon rating 58. Weight effortless. Value 468. No effects. Ring of Eros my 3 of 3. An ornate ring, crafted in the shape of a hawk in flight. Its wings encircling the wearer's fingers. Tiny rubies are set in the eyes, and the silver feathers are tipped with gold. Weight. Value 50% increased parry chance.
ooh, no,
Does not restrict
that's cool. Okay. So there's some cool stuff that's locked up, and once we get the thief, we can hunt around town and get a bunch of cool gear.
Desk 2. What will you take? Initiate's ring of warding 1 of 2. Taken. Weak potion of greater healing 1. Taken. Empty desk. Professor Lindaro 1.
Let's talk to the professor.
So sorry. No time to talk. Terribly busy. In the middle of... Where did I put that parchment?
Is there something I can do to help? Can I give you a hand fault with whatever it is you're doing? I don't care how busy you are. I need to talk to you. I guess I'll come back when you're less busy. I can't, is there something I can do?
No. The annulus of Elidicus are in ancient Ariditic. This is in Gandalese. Where was that concordance?
Sorry about the background noise.
Excuse me. I asked if you wanted any help.
What now? Oh, how long have you been standing there? Do I know you?
A few minutes. Is there something I can do to help? No, we haven't met. Can I help with whatever you're working on?
Really? How strange. I thought, oh well, no matter. Say, while you're here, perhaps you could help me with a project I'm working on.
That's what I just offered. You really are distracted, aren't you? Sure. What can I do to help?
I'm trying to compile a comprehensive list of Farhaven's founders. Such a list would be a great step in the historical study of our fair city. But I've hit a bit of a snag. The information I need is in the graveyard, and it's far too dangerous for me to go looking for it myself. You look like the adventuring type. Maybe you could retrieve what I need.
I'm happy to help. Just tell me what you need. I'll do what I can. What am I looking for, exactly? I can't make any promises, but let me know what you need and I'll see what I can do. I doubt it's worth my time, but if I happen to stumble upon what you need, I might let you know. I'm happy to help.
Just look for graves bearing this symbol. No, wait, that's not it. Where did I put... Ah, here it is. There should be 8 of them. Record the names and bring them back to me.
Sounds easy enough. I should have those names in no time.
Now, for those of you that are curious, these are tombstones with names of Kickstarter backers, I believe, that donated at a certain tier.
Sounds pretty boring, but I'll let you know what I find. I can't imagine a bigger waste of time, but if I happen upon any of them, maybe I'll let you know.
So this quest is not really worth it. I think you get like some stupid book for completing it, so I may or may not do it. Also, I find it's really hard to find them, so yeah.
Sounds easy.
Splendid! Now, did you need anything else? If not,
Who are you?
I have
Exactly.
several elves to translate.
Wait, what?
Splendid. Now, did you need anything else? If not, I have several annals to translate.
Oh,
So, do you teach at a university somewhere? Do you recognize this artifact?
Fascinating. Amulets like these were worn in ancient traditional wedding ceremonies centuries ago. I've never seen one quite like this.
There's something special about it? You mean it's unique? There's something.
Yes, I dare say so. This particular amulet is, well, rather broken down the middle.
you think?
Now, I really must get back to my studies if there wasn't anything more.
Who are you, exactly?
Vincent Linderow, Fellow First Class of the Intercircular Council of Academia, Scholar Laureate of the Arcanium Historiata, Third Chairman of the Historians Guild. No, wait, was it the Guild of Archaeological Discourse?
Who are you, exactly? So, do you teach at a university
Teach? With all this research to be done? Don't be absurd.
Who are you? So, do you recognize this? I'll be going.
Yes, yes, lovely talking with you. Conjugate the initiative, ignore the auxiliary. No, that's no.
Entering.
He's very distracted. So let's get out of here.
Walt, lab. Professor
Northeast,
Walt, Professor. Leaving Professor.
Alright, so there's nothing else here.
End of East West Road 0, Hedge 1, Professor Van Arrow's house, Wall 2. End of East West Road 0, Captain Lucian's house, Wall 1. Leaving East West.
Now, if we keep going east here,
Walter the Guard, City Wall 18. Entering Captain Lucian's house, Wall 0. Leaving Captain Lucian's house,
maybe
City Wall 50.
mark this.
Add a custom. Yeah, enter a name for the A P A N A U E E blank. Walter the Guard 8. Walt. Entering Captain Wall 2. Captain Lucian's house, door 2. What will you take? Stuffed bear 1 of 1. A cute and cuddly stuffed bear. Taken. Captain Lucian's house.
East.
Captain
South.
Lucian's house, door 3.
West.
Captain
North.
There's a room over here.
Display case. Display case 3. Nothing to. This container is locked. You'll need someone with more. Leave it alone. Look at what will you take? Legionnaire's shield 3 of 3. Legionnaire's helmet. Legionnaire's cuirass 1 of 3. Armor rating 55. Weight heavy. Value 885. 150% defense against slashing damage. 150% defense against piercing damage. Restricts magic 60%.
Now, these are really good.
Constructed of overlapping bands of burnished steel, this armor is formidable and impressive. Legionnaire's helmet 2 of 3. Armor rating 24. Weight average value 370. Increases accuracy of physical attacks 15%. Restricts magic 45%.
So, yeah, there's some cool stuff.
A red horsehair crest surmounts this helmet, which has long cheek guards to protect the face, but leaves the eyes open for maximum visibility. Legionnaire's shield 3 of 3. This tall, broad shield constructed of riveted plates of steel provides wide coverage against attacks. Armor rating 32. Weight heavy. Value 1073. Resist critical hits 50%. Restricts magic 60%.
So, obviously, the downside is this will make it very difficult to cast magic. But, there's your armor.
Captain Lucian's house display case.
Alright, that's about it here.
Captain Lucian wall 0.
Wait, where am I?
Captain Lucian's house. Wall 3. Cat chest. Empty bed. Shelves. Shelves 2. What will you take? Weak potion of greater respite 1 of 1. Taken. Empty chest 2. This container is locked. You'll. Okay.
That's also locked.
Captain
East,
Captain
south.
Lucian's house door. Wall.
West,
Empty
north.
bed 1.
So,
Display case.
yeah.
Wall
So
2.
there's some stuff in here. I think if I go... Wait a minute, is it? It's on. Where's the door? Come on.
Captain Lucian's house door 2. Choose a beacon. North Gate Temple. Closet. Captain House. 5 East.
East.
Captain Lucian.
South.
Captain.
South. East.
Captain.
East.
Leaving Captain Lucian. City
North,
Wall.
west,
East
south,
West.
east,
North South. City.
north.
Entering Northeast Watchtower door 11.
These are the watchtowers.
Leaving north-south.
Let's see, that's the captain's house. I'm trying to think here, because I could do a few more things before I move on to the mines. I believe... Just walking south here. What's this door?
North-south road 1-3, guard barracks door 6.
Ah,
Entering north-south road, leaving north-south road. Entering guard barracks. Desk, Captain Lucian. Captain Lucian 4, desk 3, nothing to... What will you take? Weak potion of healing 1 of 1, taken. Walk to armory
north.
lock door 3.
now the armory is locked. We can't get in there.
Empty desk, Captain Lucian. Captain
Yes.
Lucian 1.
What's your business, citizen?
Is there anything I can do to help? What can you tell me about the town? Can you give me any combat pointers? Any new developments I should know about? I'll be going now. What's your business? Is there anything I can do to help?
Frankly, no. I don't know you, and I don't trust you.
But I want to help. How can I prove myself? Times like these, trust is more important than ever. Fine. See if I help save your city. I had other questions. Fine. But I want to help. How can I prove?
I trust the people of this city and the men under my command. Impress them, and you might just impress me.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Frankly,
But I
no.
want times like
I don't
these.
know. So is caution. The difference is trust is for people with nothing to lose.
So,
Is there anything I can do to help? What can you tell me about the town?
It has its troubles like any town, but it's my town, and the Divine protect anyone who tries to make trouble in it. Do we have an understanding?
Is there anything I can do to help? What can you give me any combat pointers?
I'd be willing to share a few tricks I've picked up. What did you want to know about?
Tell me about dodging attacks. Tell me about parrying. Tell me about staggering enemies. I had some other questions. Tell me about staggering enemies.
so for this one, I'm going to have to talk to the guards. This is another side quest, I believe, as well.
A good hit can knock an enemy clean off their feet. Gives you a nice breather while he's recovering. The heavier the weapon, the better your chance of knocking someone down. More powerful bows do the trick nicely as well.
Tell me about dodging attacks.
Everyone can dodge an attack, but the lighter your gear is, the easier it is. Helps to be quick on your feet, too.
Tell me about dodging. Tell me about parrying.
Even if you don't have skill with a blade, you can still block with one. That's pure instinct. How easily you can block an attack depends on what you're wielding and what your enemy's swinging. Good luck trying to block a warhammer with a dagger. But then again, it's not so easy to block a dagger with a warhammer either.
Yep.
Tell me about. Tell me. I had some other questions.
All right, but make it quick. This
Is there
town
anything
doesn't
I can do
protect
to help?
itself.
What can you give me any new developments I should know?
My men are reporting a decline in attacks from the graveyard. Still some undead abominations to clean up, but it's certainly gotten easier.
Is there what can you give any new develop?
Nothing at present.
Is there any? I'll be going now.
Don't go causing any trouble.
Alright, so...
Choose a beat. General guard barracks. 4 south.
West,
Wall
north,
guard.
south. East,
Guard.
east,
Leaving guard barracks. East west guard.
southwest,
East west.
northwest,
East west road.
See.
5th, entering
West.
north south road.
west, north,
Intersect. Leaving north south.
Let's see. Let's go... There was another house.
North
West.
south road 24. Fence 7. Fence 11. Hedge 12. Temple door 20. Northeast.
north,
Where?
North
West.
south road 24. Captain Lucian's house door 5. Northeast.
north,
Where's houses?
North
west,
south road 24. Door 5. Entering north south road. Leaving north south road.
Oh, it's the manor.
City
north,
wall 0. City wall.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go to the general store, because there's another side quest.
Choose a beacon. Guest room. One bedroom. Gallery. General store.
south,
48 south.
east,
North south road.
south,
City walls.
east,
Northeast.
south, south,
And then we will
South.
begin advancing
South.
into the mines.
Entering east west road. Leaving east
West.
west road. Fence.
west, south,
East
south,
west.
south,
Wait, what's that?
Fence
West.
0. Fence
South.
4. Hedge 5. Temple door 13.
South.
East.
South.
South. South. South.
Guard
West.
barracks wall. East
South.
west.
South.
Guard
West.
barracks store 0. East.
South.
There's the
South.
barracks.
Entering east west. Intersection
west.
35. East west road 57.
West.
East gate 7. End of
South.
east.
West.
West.
West. West. West. West. West.
Entering fountain.
West.
Entering east west road.
Southwest.
Ooh, wait, hang on.
Is there a problem, citizen?
This is a guard, I believe.
Is there anything I can do to help out? What can you tell me about the town? Where can I get weapons and armor? Can you give me any tips about combat? I'll be going. Is there anything I can do?
You know, you look pretty capable. Maybe you can help with the problem we've been having.
What's the problem? What's in it for me? I had some other questions. I'll be going now. What's the problem?
I knew I had a good feeling about you. We've been having a hard time holding off the goblin raiding parties that come from the mines. If someone could thin their numbers a little, it'd be a great help.
It's about time. Those creatures deserve to pay for what they've done to my city.
We're able to keep them out of the city, for now. But they've completely overrun Silvershade Mine. Spend enough time in those caverns, and they'll find you.
Anything I should know about hunting goblins? What's in it for me? I had some other questions. I'll be going now. Anything I should know?
Goblins aren't too bright, but if you run into a big pack of them, they can swarm you. Watch out for their shamans, too. They have some nasty dark magic.
Anything I should know about hunting goblins? What's in it for me? I had some other questions.
How else may I be of service?
What can you tell me about the town?
I can tell you that it's difficult to protect, especially when people are always asking you silly questions.
What can you tell me about? Where can I get weapons?
The blacksmith is your best bet, or you might try the general store near the fountain.
Do they sell weapons and armor like yours?
Ha, not likely. If you prove yourself useful, maybe the captain will let you have something from the armory.
What can you tell me? Where? I want to know more about where can I get weapons and armor?
The blacksmith
sell-
is your best bet.
Do they
or
sell?
you
All
might
right,
try the
thanks.
general. How else may I
What can
be
you?
of
Where can I?
service?
I want to know more about this goblin problem.
What else can I tell you?
Where can I find these goblins?
We're able to keep them out of the city, for now. But they've completely overrun Silvershade Mine. Spend enough time in those
Where can I?
caverns.
Anything?
and
What's in
they'll
it? I had
find
some other
you.
questions.
Let's try this.
What's in it for me?
Isn't the joy of helping your fellow man enough reward?
You're right, of course. Not really, no. Are you kidding? I'm not risking my neck to save some silly town if there's no reward.
Oh, jeez.
I had some other Are you? You're right, of course.
Good. I'm glad to hear someone in this town has some honor.
Where can I find it? What's in? I had some. I'll be going.
Stay safe, citizen.
No active beacon. Choose a beacon. General store.
South.
End of
South.
east west. Leaving east west road.
West. South.
General
South.
store. Entering general store.
Northeast.
All right.
Wall 3.
We have
I'll be here when you're ready to buy.
Madeline. Madeline
Greetings,
2.
traveler. Whatever you're looking for, I'm sure I have it.
What can you tell me about the town?
Farhaven is a good home. Silvershade Mine brings in good money, and the woods to the north are beautiful. Of course, nobody leaves town these days.
I do.
You do? I thought you looked like the adventurous type. Say, maybe you could help me out. With everyone afraid to leave the city walls, most of my supply lines have been cut off. Pretty soon, my entire inventory will be gone.
I'd be happy to help replenish your inventory, if that's what you're asking. I'd be glad to fetch some items for you, assuming you're willing to pay me for my trouble.
so. These are
If you're asking me to be your personal delivery service, forget it.
Hang on a second.
A hero. Audacity.
Okay, I guess it'd be too much to hope that she's done yelling.
A hero's call one. I'd be glad to fetch some items for you, assuming you're willing to pay me for my trouble. With everyone afraid to leave this, I'd be happy to help replenish your inventory.
Wonderful. I'll compensate you for your trouble, of course. I used to get a steady supply of wolf pelts from hunters in Deepwood Forest, but now my supply of furs and leather is almost gone. Could you bring me 20 wolf pelts? I'll give you a
I should
fair
be able
price
to
for
manage.
them.
I should be able to manage that. Let me finish my business here, and I'll start gathering them. I'll return when I've gathered the pelts.
How else can I help you?
Do you carry specific types of goods?
I try to keep a little bit of everything. If I don't have what you're looking for, you probably didn't need it in the first place.
Do you carry specific type? What do you have for sale? I'll be going. What do
You won't
have?
find
82
better
gold.
variety
Iron war
anywhere
axe,
in Farhaven.
59 gold.
So this is stuff that she sells.
Rough quarter staff, iron battle axe, iron shield, heavy traveling cloak, iron greaves, ring of frost, initiate's amulet, initiate's robe, weak potion of healing, weak potion of greater, iron war axe.
So not too much. I'm gonna hit tab.
You have 82 gold. What will you sell? Alastair Alcanos dagger, 103 gold.
Now this is stuff that I got from the last boss.
A long dagger with a pommel in the shape of a gaping skull. Though the blade.
Hang on.
Audacity.
Sorry about that. Let's try this again.
6 cracked Alastair. A long dagger with a pommel in the shape of a gaping skull. Though the blade is corroded with time, it still gleams with a sickly light. Weapon rating, 30. Weight, light. Value, 343. Curses the target with extended bad fortune. 50% chance.
Alright, so this is really... curses the target.
Curses the target with extended bad fortune. 50% chance.
See, I was gonna sell this, but actually no, that's... Ooh. Okay.
Blade of Alanso Madranus, 56 gold. Blade of the Starslayer, Blessed Dagger, 4 gold. Blade of the Starslayer, 149 gold.
Alright, I'm obviously not gonna sell the Kickstarter gear.
Blessed Dagger, 4 gold.
You can sell this as junk.
You have 86. Blade of the Eagle Eye Bow. Fists of the Gargant. Hammer of Thunder. Honed Iron Dagger. 5 gold. You have 91. Hammer of Iron Dagger. 4. You have 90. Hammer of Thunder. Iron Short Sword. You have 1. Rough Short Bow. You have 1. Iron Warhammer. 50. You have 1. Hammer of Thunder. Rough Short Bow. 11. You have 1. Hammer of Rusty Iron Dagger. 3 gold. You have 183 gold. Rusty Iron Dagger. 3 gold. You have 186 gold. Rusty Iron Dagger. You have 189 gold. Rusty Iron Short Sword. 7 gold. You have 100. Hammer of Rusty Steel Dagger. You have Armor of Alanzo Mad. Warp Longbow. 5. You have 2. Hammer of Thunder. Armor of Alanzo Madranus. Cal of the Bat. Hide Cap. 5 gold. You have Cal. Hide Cap. You have 2. Hide Greaves. Hide Quirath. You have Iron Helmet. 15.
So I'm selling junk that I pick up.
You have
and most of this is just junk. The nice thing is this allows you to get a bunch of gold.
Hide Greaves. Iron Shield. 18 gold. You have 2. Hide Iron Shield. You have Hide Greaves. 6. You have Cal of the Bat. Laborer's Clothes. 5. You have 2. Peacemakers Armor. Padded Iron Cuirass. 36. You have 3. Cal of the Bat. Peacemaker. Rusty Iron Greaves. You have 3. Scoundrel's Vest. Rusty Iron Shield. 9 gold. You have Peacemaker. Scoundrel. Shield of Alanso Madranus. Shield of the Patriot. 60. Smith's Apron. 7 gold. You have 3. Shield of the Patriot. Armor rating. Weight. Value. Reflects 20% of all damage taken back at the attacker. Restricts magic 30%.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sell that.
Smith's Apron. You have 300. Speedster's Armor. Smith's Apron. You have Shield of Speedster. True Silver Mail Shirt. Alastair Alcanos Ring. 61 gold.
This is also nice.
This ring takes the shape of 2 coiling serpents, wrapped around a jet black skull. Weight. Value. 200. Restores the unit's health over time. 30% bonus unholy damage. Does not restrict magic.
I'm gonna put this on my main character.
True. Alast. Apprentice Ring of Warding. 17 gold.
Junk.
You have 300. Alast. Elderwood Wand. Helm of Mental Math. Initiate's Ring of Endurance. 4. You have 3. Initiate's Ring of Endurance. You have Initiate's Ring of Endurance. You have Helm of Mental Math. Initiate's Ring of Endurance. You have 3. Initiate's Ring of Shielding. 1 gold. You have 3. Initiate's Ring of Endurance. 4 gold.
So I've got a bunch of junk to sell.
You have 4. Helm of Mental Mastery. Elderwood Wand. Helm. Initiate's Ring of Shielding. 1. You have 4. Initiate's Ring of Warding. 2. You have 4. Initiate's Ring of Warding. 2. You have Initiate's Staff. 4 gold. You have 4. Makeshift Amulet. 2 gold. You have 400.
I'm gonna... Well, let's see.
Necromancer Acolyte's Robe. 35 gold. You
Junk.
have Minor Glamour. 10 gold.
Junk.
You have Makeshift Amulet.
Junk.
You have Initiate's Robe. 5. You have Initiate's Ring of War. You have Initiate's Ring of Vitality. You have Helm of Mental. Novice Ring of Endurance. You have Novice Ring of Vitality. You have Novice Ring of Shielding. You have Rabbit's Foot. You have Rabbit's Foot. You have Ring of Static. 1 gold. You have Ring of Smoke. 1 gold. You have Rabbit's Foot. Ring of the Emerald Knight. Ring of the Vigilant. 13 gold. Weight. Value. For 15% bonus holy damage. Resist 25% of unholy damage. Does not restrict.
I'm gonna actually keep that one. That's a nice one.
Ring of the Emerald Knight. Ring of the Vig. 2 Potion of Source. 4. 3 week. 4 week. 3 week. 4 week. 3 week. Diluted Poison. Cracked Emerald. 4 gold. You have 500. Diluted. 6 Cracked Opal. 3 gold. How many will you sell? 6. You have 5. Diluted Poison. 7 gold. You have 5. 3 week Potion of Alastair. 4 week. 3 week. 4 week.
You
have
won't find
500.
better variety
Rough
anywhere in
Iron War.
Farhaven.
Weak Potion of Greater Sorcery. 35 gold. How many will you buy? 1. You have 500. Weak Potion of Healing. 17. How many will 3? You have 450. Initiate's Robe. Weak Potion of Weak Iron War.
Yeah, so
Come back again soon.
that's pretty cool.
Madeline. General
East,
store wall
south.
2.
Now, there is,
If you need
over here
help finding
somewhere,
anything,
Madeline.
just let me know.
there's a back room.
Madeline
can
2
find
wall
it.
3. General store wall 9.
Let's see here.
Display case. Display case.
Yes, there are some display cases in here.
Wall 0.
There's also a back room somewhere. Not sure where the back. Let's see.
This container is. Leave it. Look at the. What will you take? 3 essence of elderwood 1 of 2. A nectar-like draft with a flowery aroma that can cure any physical ailment. Restores a slowed unit to full speed. Cures poison. Cures paralysis. Value. Restores a slowed unit to full speed. Cures poison. Cures paralysis.
Yeah, these are very useful.
Restores a slow value. 203 miraculous potion of revival 2 of 2.
These will revive your characters. Hang on.
Audace.
Okay. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, the potion of revival.
This potion has the appearance of shimmering liquid silver. Revives an ally to 70% health.
These
Value
are-
2,358.
Woo! If you sell it, it's very expensive.
Revives an ally.
Yeah, so there's some cool stuff there. We got quests from her to get some wolf pelts.
Wall 2.
I thought there was a back room.
General store wall 5.
somewhere.
Display case.
Maybe not.
Wall 1.
If you don't see what you want on the floor, I might have it in the back.
Or actually, that might have been the back. Yeah, but
Madeline 2. Wall
it's
3.
locked. So,
General store. Leaving general store.
all right. I think that's going to do it for
Entering
here.
east-
So what we're going to do, there's a few things that I want to do actually before I go. Let's actually walk to
Choose a
the western gate.
West gate.
West.
Intersection 20.
West. West. West.
Oh, wait a minute. Hey. There's a beggar.
Trash heap. Bill the Stallion. Stefan the Beggar. End of East West Road 1. Stefan the. Leaving East West Road.
Greetings. Can you spare some gold, traveler? I'm so hungry.
Sure, here's 20 gold. Well, I guess I can spare 5 gold. Sorry, I don't have any money. I'll be going next. Sure, here.
Bless your kind heart. Please, take this. I found it in the trash. Maybe you can use it.
Now, what he gives you.
Entering East West Road. End of
No.
East West Road 0. Hudge 8. Wall 9. Choose a beacon. Blacksmith. Blacksmith.
Actually, let's go to the blacksmith.
Fountain 12.
I keep forgetting about this. This may not be a part where I really do much aside from explore and
Entering East West Road.
get some stuff. But let's go to the blacksmith.
20 southeast. End of East.
East.
Leaving East West Road.
East.
North.
East. South.
Tavern.
Now, I'll get back to her in just a second.
North, south,
What the
west.
beggar gave me basically was a potion.
Beatrice's potion
South.
stand 1-5. Fence 5.
Actually,
Entering Beatrice's potion. Empty cauldron. Beatrice 0.
so what
Empty cauldron.
I get?
Inventory. Wolf pelt 47. Armor. Inventory. Elcano most stuffed bear. Crystal vial. Broken amulet. Crystal vial 44 of 4. This item cannot be used. A blue crystal vial with an intricate engraving of a flower on the side. No effects.
He gave me this vial,
Current
and if I check quests,
Finding the time in a bottle. Finding the founder's time in a bottle. I've been given an interesting vial. It looks like it used to hold a potion. Maybe someone can identify it.
so let's talk to Beatrice.
Potions, yes. And poisons, too. What
Is
do
there
you
anything I can
fancy,
do to
my
help? I found this interesting vial. Do you recognize it? Where do you get the ingredients?
Recognize it? Why, I gave a dear friend this very vial many years ago. Where did you find it?
In the garbage, actually. A beggar gave it to me. He found it in the trash. Nowhere special. Just lying around.
Yeah, okay.
I can't really remember. I'm sure it was someplace nice, though. Nowhere in the garbage. A beggar gave it to me.
Garbage? Oh, I see. Well, it no longer means anything to me. Perhaps you could take it. A small token of my appreciation.
What should I do with it?
Okay.
Great. What am I supposed to do with a little glass bottle? What should I...
Why, fill it, of course. Tell me, what type of potion do you use the most?
Okay, this is really cool. So what this will do, it will create a potion that you can use over and over and over again.
Healing. I always want to be at full strength after a battle. Stamina. There's nothing worse than getting worn out during a fight. Mana. You never know when you'll need a good spell. Poison. It's good to have a surprise for my enemies.
So, yeah, you can either get health, mana, stamina, or poison.
Healing. I always want to be at full strength after a battle. Mana. Poison. It's good to have a surprise for my enemies.
Let's actually get some poison, yeah.
There. I filled it up for you. Maybe you'll find it more useful than you expect.
Receive 250 XP.
Now, what's nice is if I go in here.
Inventory. Broken amulet. Wolf pelt. Volcano. Stuffed bear. Broken amulet. The tailor of Titus. The rogue. The noble house. The fox and the arcane armor. Weapons. Magical apparel. Potions and food. 4 weak. 2 potion of violent perpetual poison. 8 of 8. Poison which units weapon. Gris. Potion. A blue crystal vial with an intricate engraving of a flower on the side.
So,
poison which units weapon. Gris. Chris uses vial of perpetual poison. Potions and food. 2 potion of sorcery. 1. 3 weak potion of 2 potion of 4 weak. 6. 5 week. 3 week. 4 week. 2.
Now it should come back.
Entering east-west.
So my weapon is poisoned.
Choose a blacksmith.
The last stop on my list for now is the blacksmith. Let's go to the blacksmith.
Entering Beatrice's potion stand.
East.
Leaving Beatrice's potion stand. Entering north, south, southeast.
West.
Leaving north. Entering north, south. Nothing to enter.
West.
Don't you love to watch him work?
You mean the blacksmith's apprentice? Who? The guy at the forge. You mean the blacksmith's apprentice?
So this girl is by the blacksmith because she's looking at the apprentice, apparently because she likes him quite a lot, actually.
Who? The guy at the forge.
Of course. The way he wields that hammer. I could gobble him up. And he's so focused. Strong and silent. I think that's a perfect combination. Oh, sorry. You probably wouldn't understand. It's a girl thing. Anyway, here I am rambling. Did you need something?
A girl thing.
Anything you can tell me about Farhaven? Goodbye.
The entrance to my family's mausoleum caved in years ago. I hear you can still get in through the catacombs, but there are bats down there. Maybe worse things too.
Anything you can tell. Goodbye.
We're not all like that, you know.
Excuse me? Not all like what? What are you talking about?
Women, we aren't all that shallow.
Oh, well, actually, that is true. I like Gwen.
You mean you don't notice attractive men? That's disappointing. I thought you just liked me for my looks. I know you aren't like that, Gwen.
Oh, good. Not that I was worried you thought that. Just, well, I'm glad. Anyway, we should probably get moving.
West.
Leaving north-south road.
Southwest.
South.
Southwest.
West.
Northeast.
North. Small gate. Entering forge.
East.
South. Tavern walk. Small. Leaving forge.
Oop, wait a minute.
Entering forge. Clearance 2-4. Trash heap 11. Jerome Armor 04.
Welcome, my friend.
This guy's great. I love this guy. Also,
Discount armor? Not a risk I take.
You can hear the apprentice off in the distance. The armor.
Sometimes I amaze even myself.
The armor, if you stand near him, will say different things. So I'll shut up.
Maybe if I heat the forge with fire salts.
Yeah. Let's talk to him.
What's your pleasure, my friend?
Is there anything I can do to help? Does that guy ever stop hammering? What can you tell me about the town? Do you have any advice for adventurers? I'm looking for some gear. I'll be going now. What's your pleasure? Is there anything I can do to help? Does that...
If he did, I wouldn't have this fine steel to sell you, now would I?
Is there anything I can do to... If he did, does that guy ever stop... What can you tell me about the town?
I can tell you that these days, if you're going to go past the gates, you're going to need what I have for sale.
Is there anything I can do to help? Does that guy ever stop hammering? What can you tell? Do you have any advice for adventure?
I'm sure you know that heavy gear slows you down in battle, but the stronger you are, the less it slows you down. Bet you didn't know that, did you?
Is there anything I can do to help?
Actually, there is. My supply of iron ore is running low. Bring me 25 ingots of ore, and I'll let you have access to my best items. How's that for a deal?
I'll see what I can do. What's the catch? Actually, I had some other question. I'll see what I can do.
Much obliged. You'll have to find the ore in the mines to the west. Just watch out for goblins.
Does that guy? Much obliged. What can you tell me about? Do you have any advice? I'm looking for some gear. I'm looking. You have
There's no
432 gold.
substitute
Iron
for
spear.
good steel.
Iron short sword, 50, fine iron spear, rough cudgel, hide cuirass, leather helmet, iron greaves, hide greaves, iron helmet, hide cap, iron spear.
So this is junk.
Remember, I'm here for all your weapon and armor needs.
So let's see.
Blacksmith apprentice one. This blacksmith is hard at work. He doesn't seem interested in talking.
Right. Let's go.
Fast travel. Farhaven. Choose East Gate, North Gate, South, West, entering
West,
East West
yeah.
Road.
North,
Intersect
South.
West Gate.
Excuse me, citizen. Are you going into the mines?
I am. Why?
Well, you're either very brave or very foolish. But since you're going in, perhaps you could be of service. The city guard has reason to believe there's a fugitive hiding out somewhere in the caverns. A thief who's been robbing the nobility blind. If you learn anything of his whereabouts, please let us know. Not that we can go in after him, with all the goblin activity.
I'd be happy to help. I'll let you know if I learn anything. Maybe I will, and maybe I won't. I have no interest in helping you catch a thief. I'd be happy to help.
You have my thanks. Speak with Captain Lucian at the guard barracks. He may have more information on the thief's last known location.
South, west,
north. Let's actually do that real quick.
Choose a beacon. Blacksmith. General. Guard barracks.
Because this will help me find Simeon, which is very important for what we're going to do next.
East. East.
So I know this part may not have too much action in it, but
Entering fountain.
I really do like
West Road.
the amount of world building in this game is really, really good.
Northeast.
So,
North.
as you can tell,
Leaving east, north.
there are a ton of characters,
North. West.
each with their own
South.
types of personality
Guard barracks. Entering guard.
and things that they'll want you to do.
East.
Okay. Let's see, where's the captain?
Desk 2. Desk. Captain Lucian. What will you take? Rabbit's foot 1 of 1. Taken.
Where's the captain?
Yes.
Nothing to interact.
Yes.
Nothing to interact. Nothing to.
Yes.
Nothing to. Nothing to. Nothing.
Yes. What's your business, citizen?
Is there anything I can do to help? I was told a thief has been stealing from the nobility. Discovered thief's
yes.
campsite.
We set up camp in the abandoned mines. But with all the attacks recently, I can't spare the men to go after him. We have a good idea of where he's hiding out, though. Here, I can mark it on your map. If you can deal with him, I'd count it as a great favor, assuming the goblins haven't done the job already.
Is there anything I can do to help? What can you tell me? Can you give me any new develop? I'll be going. Any.
Nothing at present.
Is there? I'll be going.
Don't go causing any trouble.
Oh, the other thing I want to do real quick is read the book about mining, because that will give me some more beacons.
Inventory. Armor. Weapons. Magical apparent potions. Miscellaneous.
Let's see.
A guide to Far, a guide to Deepwood, a guide to Edrose Night, Elemental, Meditations, Miner's Introductory, Greetings, Miner. This handbook will provide you with a quick orientation to Silvershade Mine, where you will be working. Please note that this is not a comprehensive guide, so it is essential that you listen carefully to all instructions given by your foreman. Mining can be a dangerous profession, but if you read this introduction and listen to those with more experience, you'll do just fine. Most of your mining will probably be done in the primary ore vein, which has been the main source of Farhaven's iron supply since the first mining site in the northern caverns was depleted. The primary vein can be accessed directly through the primary mine shaft, which will be your main point of entry into the mines. Watch your step in this area. The expansion of the mining site has uncovered several natural fissures in the rocks. You wouldn't want to go tumbling down one of those. Due to increased demand for iron, we are no longer able to rely solely on the primary ore vein. Many of the deposits have become depleted, and there is now a new mine shaft continuing east of the primary vein. Just off this shaft, you will also find a barracks carved out of the caverns. This will serve as a staging area for miners working beyond the primary vein. Please note that there are many naturally occurring caverns beyond the barracks and connected to the secondary ore vein. These caverns have not been mapped and should be explored with extreme caution. There may be untold riches waiting in some of those caverns, but those riches won't do you any good if you get yourself killed by a golem. Now that you've been introduced to the mines, you're ready to get to work. See on Salt, the second volume of this handbook for information on your gear, safety procedures, and mining techniques.
Actually, I'm not sure if I have the other part of that book, or if it even exists. Anyway, let's go ahead and...
Fast Far Haven. Choose East Gate, North Gate, South, West, entering East-West Road.
Go here.
Intersections, entering
North,
East,
South,
North,
West.
East, entering East-West, entering West Gate. Press the enter key, entering primary mine shaft. Press
Okay. Now we have...
which door, create a new graveyard, save, create a new save, enter the name of N-G, game saved. Which file will you save to? Cancel.
Save it to the mining slot. Now, this place is very confusing. You will definitely want to use beacons.
Choose a beacon, Thieves Campsite, primary ore vein, secondary ore vein, set custom to Far Haven, Miners Barrack, Thieves Campsite.
Let's go find the thief first of all.
Wall
South.
2.
West.
Wall.
West. 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 South.
Wall.
South.
East.
Wall.
East.
East. East.
Wall.
South.
Wall.
East.
East. South.
Wall.
South.
South.
Wall
East.
2. Wall.
South.
West.
Primary.
West.
You have encountered 3 retreat. Attack. Use a giant rat. Choose a you ran from
West.
I'll do some grinding in a little bit.
West. West.
entering primary
West.
ore vein. Iron ore vein.
Northwest.
Iron ore vein. Pit 4. Primary ore vein
Northwest.
516. Pit 48.
Northwest.
Skeletal remains. What will you take? Makeshift amulet 1 of 3. Taken. Weak potion of greater source taken. 1 gold 1 of end of primary. Pit 48. Pit
Northwest.
4. Pit 4. Primary ore vein 5.
Northwest.
27. Pit
West.
48.
Northwest.
Wall.
North.
Northwest. North.
Pit 0.
West.
Wall.
North.
North. West.
Wall.
West.
West. North.
End of-
North.
Leaving primary ore vein.
East.
Wall.
East.
East.
17 northwest.
East.
You have encountered 2 enemy. Retreat. Attack.
No, why not?
Finesse. Warrior. Use rat. Rat. Choose a light of purity. Blessed weapon. Light. Use rat. Choose a fireball. Use fire.
Come on.
124 damage. 25 damage. Choose a skill for grist. Finesse. Attack. Use a rat. Serious. Rat. Choose a skill. Light of hands of light of use.
Come on.
5 damage. 42 damage. Battle log. You won. Close. You. The vial of Chris gained 1. The vial of perpetual poison refilled.
So my vial refilled itself,
Chris gained 100. When we close.
which is very handy.
North.
Wall.
North.
West.
West.
Gemstone
West.
vein. Gemstone vein.
West.
There's some stuff here. I'm just gonna walk
West.
around it.
West.
9 north.
West.
Wall.
North.
North.
Wall
East.
21.
East.
6 north.
East. 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 East.
You have encountered 4 enemy. Choose a choose a choose a skill. You ran
I
from
don't want to deal with this crap.
South.
Wall.
South.
North.
East.
Wall.
North.
West.
West.
West. West. North.
Natural.
North.
Entering natural caverns. Wall.
West.
West. North.
Wall.
North.
North. East.
Wall.
East.
East. North.
Wall.
North.
West.
West.
Now you know what?
You have encountered 4 finesse. Use attack on who? Rat. Choose a light of purity. Use rat. Choose a fire. Use rat.
Come on.
91 damage. 27 damage. Choose a skill for grist. Attack. Use attack of rat. Siri. Rat. At full. Choose a skill for light of pure. Use rat. At full health.
Come on.
5 damage. 3 damage. 39 damage. 93 damage. 24 damage.
Now,
Choose a skill.
I don't know if I said this before, but the combat and the enemies you get will scale with your level, so if I continue to level, I'll get more powerful creatures.
Firebolt. Use fire. Rat. Rat. Choose a skill. Finesse. Attack. Use it. Choose a skill. Light of Purity. Use 5 damage. 43 damage. Battle log. You Chris gain 200. Close back.
Yeah, I want to see if we can level up here at some point. But let's just keep going.
8 southwest.
Southwest.
Wall.
South.
4 southwest.
West.
Leaving natural. Entering natural path. Simeon's. Entering Simeon's campsite. As you enter the cavern, you find a man counting coins by the light of a campfire. Okay.
And here we go.
98, 99, 100. Simeon, you rascal. Hey, who's there?
Who are you? Are you one of the miners? I didn't think anyone was still alive down here. That's an awful lot of gold. I didn't think anyone was still alive down here.
Yeah. Isn't this day just full of delightful surprises? Well, who are you anyway? Some mercenary the guards hired to come down here and find me? Nobody else would be stupid enough to wander in here.
No, but judging by your reaction, I'm guessing you're the thief I've heard so much about? Not exactly. I take it from your paranoia that you're some kind of thief? Then I guess that makes me pretty stupid. And only a thief would be hiding down here with stacks of gold. I'm here to help. If that means taking care of a no good thief, so be it. Then no. Well, who are you? No. Well, no. But judging by your reaction, I'm guessing you're the thief I've heard so much.
Oh, doth my reputation precedeth me? I prefer the term covert entrepreneur. Thief is so pedestrian and abrasive.
I didn't mean to be so indelicate. Mind telling me why I shouldn't turn you over to the city guard? Well, whatever you are, I think I'd better let the city guard know you're here. A thief's a thief, and I'm going to drag this one back to the guards. Forgive me, does the covert entrepreneur have a name? I'm not concerned with a thief's feelings. What's your name, scum? Well, whatever you are, I didn't mean to be so indelicate. Mind telling me why I shouldn't turn you over?
Now hold on, no need to talk like that. Maybe I can convince you to forget our little meeting. I'm a good friend to have.
First things first, I don't even know who you are. You can't bribe me, and I don't need the services of a thief. What could you offer me? What are you suggesting? I'm listening, go on. I'm always willing to bend the rules, if it's to my profit. Please continue. You can't bribe me, and I don't need the services of a thief. What? First things first, I don't even know who you are.
The name's Simeon, and between the two of us, I'd take it as a kindness if he didn't turn me over to the guards. Those guys have no sense of humor.
Nobody's turning anybody over to the guards. Give me a good reason why I shouldn't. I suppose that depends. What do I get for my silence? If you can make it worth my while, I'll forget we ever met. You're right about that. I take it you have a different arrangement in mind? Give me a good reason why I shouldn't.
I know these caves. Tell me why you're down here and maybe I can help you. Or you can wander around like a lost puppy. Your choice.
I'm trying to find out how the goblins are getting in and stop them. I'm here to stop the goblin attacks. You want to help? Help me figure out where all these goblins are coming from. I'm trying to find out.
This must be your lucky day. It just so happens that I know the location of a trapdoor that leads to the tunnels the goblins use to access the mines. So do we do business, or do you roam around until a goblin hunting party smacks the pretty off you?
I'd be glad of your help. When you put it that way, I guess I don't have a choice. Don't get smart. We'll see how good this information is, then we'll decide what happens to you. I don't like the idea of working with a criminal, but it's for the greater good. I'd be glad of your help.
Let's get going then. The trapdoor is practically invisible, so you'll need me to show it to you. I'll just grab a few of my things and we'll be off. Just don't expect me to do anything heroic, alright?
I wouldn't dream of it. I'm just glad to have you along. Just keep quiet and stay out of the way. I wouldn't dream. Simeon the thief has joined your party. You will need him in your party to locate the entrance to the next area. Simeon can also unlock special locked containers you discover in your travels. Press Ctrl+C to talk to Simeon while he's in your party, okay? Only 2 party members may travel with you at a time. The rest will wait for you at the tavern. Speak with the innkeeper for more information on how to switch party members, okay? Which party members will you travel with? Gwen Adrianus, level 6 mage.
Alright, we'll travel with Gwen.
Which party members with Simeon, level 6 thief.
South.
Okay. I'm going to pause here, pause the story and the game
Choose
to
south. West East Gate.
Let's go here.
West entering East West Road.
Talk to some characters, get some loot. Then I think we'll call this part a done deal.
Which party member would you like to speak to, Gwen?
Yes? What did you need?
Are you all right? You seem upset. I've been impressed with how you handle yourself. Did Cedric teach you to fight, too? Never mind.
No, I did that myself. Some of the guards helped give me some pointers. Father was never very happy about it.
And how did Cedric feel? What about Cedric? Did your combat training take away from your studies with him? Did training in combat keep you from focusing on magic? I think it would be hard to balance the two. What about Cedric? Did training in combat keep you from focusing? And how did Cedric feel?
I think the kind of focus you use in combat training helps improve your magic too. Cedric understood that, I think. Though he did say that if I spent as much time working on alchemy as I did training with the sword, I might actually be able to brew a useful potion.
I take it alchemy wasn't your cup of, potion? You aren't an alchemist, then? Hey, nobody's good at everything. I take it
I tried, it just never clicked for me. Father and Cedric were both brilliant alchemists. They used to have conversations that made my head hurt. Give me a sword and a spell any day. You can keep your mortars and alembics.
I agree completely. I think alchemy has its uses, but I'm still glad to have you along. Well, let's get moving. I agree completely.
Glad I'm not the only one. So, was there something else you needed?
Are you all right? You seem upset.
Me? I'm fine. It's nothing.
Come on, I know you better than that. Think when I know wouldn't let anything keep her down. Do you? We can't afford any distraction. Good.
Oh.
Think when I know wouldn't let anything keep her down. Do you want to talk about it? We can't afford any distractions. Tell me what's wrong. Good. Then keep up and stay quiet. Come on, I know you better than that.
It's just my father. I thought maybe once we proved we could really find some answers, he'd be, I don't know, proud of me. Instead, he grumbles about me traveling with you like I'm some little girl who needs to be protected. Is that how he sees me?
He just acts that way because he cares about you. I'm sure he's very proud. Parents have different ways of expressing pride. That's just his way. I wouldn't put too much stock in how he feels, if I were you. Parents are all that way. I wouldn't let it get to you. That's what has you so upset? And here I thought it was something important. I don't have time to deal with your daddy issues. Get over it, or go home.
Ooh, ouch.
Parents have different ways of expressing...
Well, would it kill him to say something? I mean, how am I supposed to know how he feels if he never tells me?
Trust me, any father would be proud of a daughter like you. He has to be. I've seen more strength and courage in you than anyone I know, and he's known you a lot longer than I have. I know it's hard, but I guess you'll just have to hope for the best. You're right, he's probably not proud of you at all. Guess you'll have to get over it. Trust me, he has to be. I've seen more strength and courage. Well, would it kill him to say something? Trust me, he has to be.
Really? Wow, that was... Well, thank you. We should get moving. Thank you for listening, and for what you said. It means a lot.
Gwen's confidence has improved because of your encouragement, resulting in a permanent +2 boost to her willpower. Okay.
That's useful.
I'm right behind you.
Alright.
Entering intersection.
Let's talk to Simeon.
Which party? Simeon.
I'm still here. What's up?
So where is this trapdoor, exactly? How did you survive in a bunch of goblin-infested caverns? Let's get moving.
Hey, I may not be that great at fighting, but nobody's better at hiding. It was a pretty good arrangement. The goblins weren't smart enough to find me, and I knew nobody with brains would be dense enough to wander in and come looking for me.
I managed to find you. That's pretty impressive. Let's talk about something
Yeah? Well, I rest my case.
I managed to find you. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, well, staying alive and out of prison is kind of a hobby of mine.
Let's talk about,
Hooray! More questions.
So where is this trapdoor, exactly?
It's west of the mine in some natural caverns like the ones I was camped out in. The easiest way to reach it is through the secondary ore vein. That's if the goblins haven't set up camp yet.
So where is this trapdoor, How did you survive? Let's get moving.
I'm right behind you.
Entering East West Road.
Let's go to the inn real quick.
Choose a beacon, inn and tavern.
East.
I want to do some dialogue with Alexia.
East. East.
23 southeast.
South.
End of east.
South.
Leaving East West Road. Hex
East
03.
north.
East
North.
East.
Northeast. East.
Entering East. Down.
South.
Leaving east, west, north. Entering north, south, south.
South. South. South. East.
End of north. Leaving north,
East.
south road. City walk,
South,
head
south,
0,
west.
tavern, east,
North,
west road,
west,
city,
southwest,
north,
west,
south,
east,
3, head,
north, northwest,
east,
north,
west,
east,
tavern,
east,
entering tavern.
west.
Samuel the innkeeper 2.
Need a room for the night?
Are any of my companions here? What can you tell me about the town?
Yes. I've rented the south large bedroom for you and your friends. It's the first door on your left. You can't miss it.
Are any of my... What can you... Any advice? I'll be going...
Enjoy your stay.
Southwest.
Tavern,
East,
wall
north.
0.
Take a load off.
End of tavern, leaving tavern. Wall 0. Entering south
I'm
large
glad
bedroom.
you're here. I have something I wish to share.
What is it?
A joke.
A joke. A joke. A joke.
Oh, this should be good.
I know that my sense of humor requires refining, so I have crafted a joke for you to critique.
Okay, let's hear it.
Why do elves make for poor dancing partners?
I don't know. Why?
Because their entire race perished in centuries long past.
Wow.
That's not a joke. I think your concept of humor still needs a bit of work. That.
It's good you're trying. Maybe you just need a bit more practice?
Are you kidding? That's the funniest thing I've heard all day.
Thank you, Simeon. That is unexpectedly kind.
Yeah, say, you should go tell that one in the tavern. Better yet, tell the guards. Those guys could always use a good laugh.
Ignore him.
Ignore him. Ignore him. Which party members will you travel? Simeon, level 6 thief.
Yeah, Simeon.
Which party? Sister Alexi.
I have because I want to talk to her real quick.
Which party? Alexi. Simeon. Alexi.
What do you need, my friend?
Are you all right? You seem troubled. You haven't spent much time outside the temple, have you? Let's get go. Are you?
Am I so easy to read?
You're not good at deception. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Like an open book. So what's bothering you? You're practically transparent. Now tell me what's on your mind.
I was just thinking about what would have happened if you hadn't found me in the graveyard.
It was no accident.
I don't
was
think
just
I would have
thinking.
made it out.
Oh.
It was no accident that we found each other. You have to believe that. Don't think like that. You did make it out. That's what matters. Then I suppose you owe me a thank you. Don't. It was no act.
Yes, I know. I just feel like such a fool. I rushed off, completely unprepared. I thought I could save Farhaven. I thought the Divine would protect me from anything that was out there.
It sounds like you're having a crisis of faith.
No, I trust the Divine. I just don't know if I can trust myself. I know that I'm naive, that I don't fully understand the way the world works. I just believed I could make a difference. At least, I wanted to believe it.
Wanting to make a difference isn't naive, and acting on that desire takes courage. There's nothing wrong with being an optimist. You just have to know your limits. I'm glad you're finally figuring it out. I don't have time for idealistic nonsense. There's wanting to make a difference. No, I trust the divine. Wanting
courage. You really think so?
Of course. The fact you tried to help is what counts, not whether or not you were ready for it. Fighting this threat means stepping out on faith for all of us. Nobody knows what they're capable of until they're tested. It takes real bravery to be willing to face the test. Of course. The fact you tried to...
I never thought of it that way. Thank you. I think I'm ready for whatever is ahead.
Your encouragement has strengthened Alexia's faith in herself, resulting in a +2 bonus to her willpower. Okay.
I will follow.
Alright, so I think this is going to wrap this part up. It's getting long enough. I'm sorry for the length, but I want to show you all the depth to this game. So, excuse me. In the next part, we're going to loot a bunch of locked containers and then go into the mines. So, you guys take care.
Audacity.